Okay, I wanted to do a quick video on how to export a module. So jump right in. I know there's another way of getting to this. This is the way I've been doing it, but I think there's a shortcut on one of the newer versions of Fantasy Grounds. But slash export, return, brings up the export module. You'll fill in all these areas here. According to what the module is you want. Thumbnail you can put in there, the name, the file name, and the name of the module I keep the same. What it is, who it is, and it's important that when you're exporting a module, you're not exporting anything except your content creation. In this case, it's the Gates of the Shadow Mage. And this is just for our internal use right now. I want nothing else. So the first thing I'm going to do is check my library to ensure that there's nothing else in here. You see what you have loaded. And these are the only things I have loaded, the SRDs and the basic rules. Nothing else is in there. And if I really want to double check again, I go into the module activation file window. Click on load filter. It will show you what you have loaded. That is exactly what is matching in my library. So I know that I'm clean. I have nothing else but the proper stuff in there. And before I do this, I'm going to make sure that each of the categories that I have over here only have what I want to have exported, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this area here as what I want to pull into my module, and they're broad choices. I have no new effects in this module. I have no new feats in this module, so I'm not going to bring them into this module. By clicking these little buttons, it'll bring everything that's within that window over to the export. So everything that I want is already loaded on this side. So I'm going to just double check that there's nothing I'm exporting that I don't want to. So click on it. There's nothing in characters. I'm clean. Click on notes. They're not exported anyway, so we don't worry about that. Images. Looking through it. You want to make sure that this is set to uncategorized. Now, that way you can see what you're bringing is yours. If it was under all, you'd see there's a lot of other stuff in here from the basic rules. I don't want any of that stuff to show. I always will set this to uncategorized. That looks good. We go to tables. Now, that's uncategorized. I have no tables in this module, so it seems. But here's one that's new. I don't even want that to export because it will be in the module if I do. So I'm just going to get rid of any of those extraneous things I don't need. Gone. Stories. Uncategorized. All mine. Nothing at the top. Quests. NPCs, encounters. There's a new encounter. I don't want it. There's nothing in it. It's an entry I created and never used, so I just want to get rid of it. All right. Items, uncategorized, looks good. And parcels. Okay, once you know that you have everything you want ready to export, you're going to now select the things you want exported. So you could drag each individual entry from your story from here to there, and it will populate under anything over on the right hand side. You can drag it over and it will populate in this section wherever this story entry would go under story. You would see the first entry listed right here under story. The much easier way to do that is to just select all, and that's going to bring everything that's in these windows on the right into the module you want to export. Now, I'm not exporting all of these. I have nothing in backgrounds, so I'm going to just unclick it. So I have no backgrounds. I have no classes. I have no effects. I do have encounters. You can see that on the right. I don't have random encounters as a separate thing. I don't have feats, but I do have images. You can check it on the right. You can see it over there. Let's see, what else do I got? I don't have item templates. I do have items, so I keep that. I don't have any modifiers. I do have NPCs. I have parcels. I don't have any pre-gen characters. Let's just make this a little bigger. I do have quests, no races, no new skills. I do have spells. I do have story. I don't have any templates on the stories, and I don't need tables. Getting rid of that. So everything that's over here that is clean is now going to be in the module, with the exception of tokens. We're going to bring in the tokens that are created just for this module. They are located in your assets, bottom right. And then when you're in assets, click on tokens, and then you go to data. This is just going to show you the uncategorized tokens, which are the ones that are created just for this. Now, this is a bit of a pain in the ass, but I'm sorry. This is a bit of a pain in the neck, but you do have to drag over each of the tokens individually, as best I can tell. There may be another way of doing it, but I haven't discovered that little secret yet. Someone please let me know if they discover it or if I'm missing something. But you got to drag each one of them over individually. Close that out, and each export I make, I sequentially number this. So this is now number 7. I'm up to the 7th time I've exported it. Once you have that correct, you just hit export. You'll see over here in the chat window. And over here on the left, it will tell you module exported successfully. So in order to confirm that, we go into the location of all your fantasy, where Fantasy Grounds lives, which is inside Smiteworks, and it's inside there. And in modules under Fantasy Grounds, click on modules, and we should see the Gates of the Shadow Mage, number 7, and there it is. And if I am collaborating with someone on this, I would drag that file out and send it to them. They would be able to load it into the same directory, then start their Fantasy Grounds game and draw it in and have exactly what I exported.